Welcome to Toffee TV. Let's talk about James Rodríguez because we've not talked about him enough. We've not spoke about James Rodríguez enough.
I feel as though I should have had the amber kit on for this one. Not the kit, the amber.
The top. Full kit.
Not
You're going to sit
kit.
there in the full kit.
Not the full kit.
Okay.
Just the top.
Yeah. Obviously, we've spoke about him quite a lot in terms of playing football and you know, where he's going to fit in the squad, what his best position is, all those things. But let's talk about how he was announced. Let's talk about what we've seen come out of Everton since that and what we hope comes out of Everton next. Because obviously the club have appreciated that this is a huge signing. That commercially it's a huge signing, that in terms of James Rodríguez as a player and the followers he's got on social media and all those kind of things, it's a huge signing, and they have tried to meet that the best they can. I mean, how do you think they have done so far?
I think it's been amazing from us so far. It's very there's so much far ahead of anything we've done before. I accept that we haven't had a player of James Rodríguez's reach before. That's fair to say. But like, I think we spoke about it on other videos or that we've done. Like when Wayne Rooney came back, he was a massive name, albeit, you know, he was coming to the end of maybe his top flight career. But I don't think Everton did enough at that time. He hasn't got the reach James has got, but he was still a well-known player all over the world. But I think the club have really stepped up with this. We spoke about it the other day in advance of this, what we hoped they would do. And I think, to be fair, they've exceeded what we hoped they'd do.
Yeah.
You know, we've seen the stuff that they've done and they're continuing to build on it. I've noticed today, at the time of recording this, they just released the full video interview they've done with him because a portion of it came out. It's just things that build on top of what's good, and Everton, people talking about Everton and have been for a few days now, and a lot of Colombian fans, you know, certainly on this channel, getting in touch with us. I can see it on the proper Everton channel, the official channel, Colombians there. People are interested, they want to know about Everton, they want to see the link up with James, and I think the club have done really well to build on that.
Yeah, and I think you know, from the club's point of view, they did straight away. They had the billboard in the city centre. You know, 5 minutes after it'd been announced, we seen that, and I thought that was a good way to signal straight away in your city, right in a key point straight away. There's a lot of Liverpool-centric things down there at the moment, a lot of advertising for concerning Liverpool players, which is very understandable in the city centre. So it was great to see that straight away, and then that went on to Goodison. There was something at the Albert Dock as well, basically over the road from where he is staying as well. So that'd be nice for him to see that. So straight away within the city, you are making it known that you've signed a top-class player, and you want everybody to know, in case you missed the news, this is what's happened.
He's a global superstar, isn't he? That's what he is.
So straight away, it's there. It can be seen within your city. You know, they've got that out there. And then gradually over the next 24 hours, I mean, the first thing we saw Bogota, obviously the capital of Colombia. I think it was the biggest tower with the 19 going round, and obviously the local ESPN and things like that, they picked up on that and they got the message out of what it was, you know, because you know, I don't know how it would have been received there. There's 19 going round in blue lights, so that was put out so straight away. Then it was the front pages, just to add on to that, the front pages of the biggest newspaper in Colombia had James Rodríguez sitting down in his Everton shirt, and it was the big news over there. So you are hitting it, you're not getting away from it, you're hitting that straight away, and I think that was really important. Following on from that, we had the James Rodríguez billboard on a boat in Miami. And obviously the local fan Everton supporters group had been made aware of that to sort of get the news out there, to spread that and get it on Twitter later on in the day. And I thought this was the big one, and I didn't, you know, I had no idea this was coming. By the way, Times Square, you know, a billboard in Times Square, and that to me, I think that's the one where people have gone, wow, wow. Because Times Square is so iconic. It is such an iconic thing. And to see a billboard of Everton advertising the fact that we've brought in this player, I just thought that was an incredible statement to make, going forward.
Yeah, without a shadow, without everything they've done from all of those things you've listed there, was better than the last one, and better than the last one, and better than the last one almost. And obviously to have that tower lit up in Bogota, the news was broken, I think it was 2 o'clock local time in Colombia, and the news radio picked it up, and there was a discussion about it there, and everything's followed on from that. Like you say, the papers have got it, front page, this tower's been lit up in blue with his number. And then we see into the American the American market, particularly Miami, which a lot of our Colombian friends have been on and said there's a strong Colombian community. They love James Rodríguez in America, and as well as being in Colombia, and the same, in other parts of it. And then to see, like you say, I guess the only thing, this has got nothing to do with Everton done there. Times Square wasn't as busy as what it would normally be, obviously because of what's going on. But Everton can't control.
But I don't think that really matters, because I don't think that's
the image and
you're not advertising to the people who are in Times Square.
Yeah.
You're advertising to the world.
And we've seen Liverpool do it. Liverpool had, I think, Mohamed Salah up there a while ago. I don't know whether it's still around there, but it's a great way to. It's statements sometimes. I say this a lot about. We both say it a lot about football. Is that perception is a massive thing of football. It's huge, and I don't think enough people realise that in terms of football clubs, of how you're perceived. The top clubs do. Hence why they continue to become the top clubs in terms of commercial aspects. They realise that if we put this perception out of ourselves, other people latch onto it. And it's about creating.
Well, it is, and I tell you what, I think what's interesting as well, and don't know whether this is intentional, but Everton were clearly looking to get a viral response as well, rather than a professional response, if that makes any sense. So all the videos that have come out of all these things have all been shot by clearly just people using their phone. So that's why, I'm sure the New York Evertonians were alerted to it, and we've put it on our Twitter. And
one we got though, that was from a lad that said, "I'll go down and have."
But that's what I'm saying. No, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's the video we've put on, which is got thousands of. It's not our video, but it's got thousands of retweets, and people have picked up on it because our Twitter's like 40,000. And I wonder whether that's the response Everton were looking for, that organic response, rather than they sent a film crew down there to film it and then they take that and then they put that out. Because I think there is that idea of when it's viral and it's oh my God, have you seen this? Oh, lucky someone was down there, that kind of feeling. Rather than...
It doesn't need to be professional.
No, I know. And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You just... They need
Jamie Mirror, I think, you done the one.
They need people to... Well, he done another one, but the main one we're using... Because I know people have reacted. I know Jamie, the guy who went down and got a video, he responded to our video.
Our other one. Right.
So,
he went down to see if it was still there.
Yeah. So Everton have obviously looked at that, and that's good. That's a good way of doing things. You alert people, as I said, like the supporters groups, to send someone down, get some video, and then hopefully that video goes viral, which it has. And it was good, like you said though. It felt like it was every one was getting better than the last one, and that's no criticism of like the one in Bogota. It's just that the one in Bogota is there's just a number.
Yeah.
But then it was like Miami, and everyone's like, oh my God, Miami. And then Times Square is like the most iconic visual place in the world, as far as I'm concerned. Certainly like man-made anyway, and we see it on everything. We see in films and TV and everything. So for Everton to have something there, I thought that was really important, and showed that it had been thought about and they understood that it was important. And you mentioned Wayne Rooney before, and I remember Wayne Rooney, there was a lot of criticism. I think certainly I would have criticised the club at the time, because I always felt like Wayne Rooney coming back was underplayed. Like, we don't know how people are going to respond to this, so we best keep it on the quiet a little bit, which I always find is completely wrong. If you're going to do something, do it. Do it fully. If you think someone's going to be a big icon, forget about what anyone thinks. Just go, and you're going to get your criticisms no matter what. But with this, it's slightly different.
Well, you see, I thought when we sold Wayne, We should have done.
We done the video, didn't we?
DC.
We done the video, didn't we?
Should have had something there with like I think you said at the time with like welcome Wayne or thanks Wayne
Yeah.
or something with an Everton kit and a DC United, something like that. That people go, oh, that from Everton, that's quite cool, and what and all that. And but the club, listen, you can only go from. I said this about the team and about Carlo Ancelotti and everything. Put it on Twitter last, obviously ahead of what we knew was coming, but basically just to say like. We've got an opportunity to move forward and create, because Carlo come in December and then we didn't do anything in January and COVID hit and all that. That to me is like an unreal, nothing really happened. We just kind of wanted to get the season done and dusted the way it felt. And we didn't finish the season very strongly, and it almost feels like we had to. I felt from a personal level, it was time to reset the button and go. We've got a world-class manager who we want. We've got plans in place. I know we've had loads of false dawns. I get it. Sat here before and said we need to press the reset button now when Marco Silva come in and when Ronald Koeman. But this is a top-class manager. He's evidenced that in the last few days. The players have said about him. We've seen other players in the media putting stories, I'd love to join Everton, and things like that. And it's,
Well, we've seen with Abdoulaye Doucouré.
They've all said it. So we've got that momentum. And I'd put a thing out saying you have to press the reset button as fans and just go, we're backing this, we're going all in with this fella because we've got to. We've got to. And it feels as though this is almost that point for the whole club, though.
Yeah,
to just go, now is the time for us to really go,
well,
let's go with it.
Well,
that's how it feels.
That's I think that's having a player like this is we spoke about it we did a live reaction video and we're just, if anyone watched that, I apologise, we're probably reiterating a lot of the same points, but we're trying to make them a little bit more succinct in this. Everton have to build off the back of this because he's a huge player, but this will test people at the club to see whether they can keep that going, that momentum going. Like there'll be a thirst for information, there'll be a thirst for media, there will be a thirst for kits. Everyone in Colombia will want to know right now how they can get an Everton kit, and I've already seen messages saying Everton need to react to this pretty quick because otherwise what'll happen, they'll all be getting fake kits. Right, and that, listen, we might as well mention, there's no way getting around it. Everton have to meet the expectation, and I don't know whether Everton have got a system in place in Colombia, in South America to do that. I honestly don't know, right? But in America, where you're going to get like we mentioned, Miami, America, when we talk like cracking America and things like that, this is a country where Mexican international games get higher attendances than American international games. Because that's where people go.
And the other thing as well, of course, is with South Americans is that they're born into football.
Exactly.
It's a football's day. Don't get me wrong, loads of United States fans now and everything else, loads of soccer fans in America who are Americans who are falling in love with the game and follow it, and loads have done it for years. It's growing, there's no doubt about it. But South Americans, it feels like almost like the Scouts thing here of like you're born into it. It's that thing is football, soccer, whatever you want to call it. It's there out in front of you, and that's why and we build on it.
That's where Everton and Fanatics have got to get this right. They've got to meet. They've got to be ready. And that's not just shirts, that's T-shirts.
I was going to say, the one thing is, and it might be a monetary thing, and I don't know, people's finances are different, so Everton tops are like 55 quid. That might be far too expensive for some people. But what I'd like to see them do is almost create a James T-shirt, but a little bit like the kit, but with like what I mean? Like a T-shirt version of the kit, maybe that people can grab for $15 or whatever it may be, and have it on, and it's got our badge on it, and it's got James 19 on, or whatever it.
Not everybody can buy a kit. I told you the story of when I went to Paris not long after they got Neymar, and the kits with the name and number on were over €100. So for €30, they had a yellow Nike T-shirt with the Paris Saint-Germain badge and Neymar 10 on the back, and I swear to God they were flying because everybody there wanted a souvenir of Neymar, and that was the closest thing. And I don't think I'm qualified enough, but as a consumer, I would be saying, well, if someone can't afford, let's say, what is it, I'm going to say $80 for a shirt.
Be like
$70. You add Rodríguez to the back of that, you're somewhere over 100.
No, Hammers.
Hammers. Yeah, it's Hammers. Sorry, it's not Rodríguez.
Yeah.
It's Hammers. You add
that,
Hammers,
yeah.
19 to the back, you're talking over $100. Not everyone can afford that as much as we'd all think, they can't. And if you've got kids. So if I was Everton, I'd be saying, right, to Hummel or to Fanatics, let's get a shirt out there, even if it's just a basic like Hummel t-shirt with a blue one with the Everton badge and Hammers.
That's that thing, isn't it?
And get that out in the shops.
Because you know what? I mean, you might make $5 on every t-shirt, right? Say, I don't know what it is, but say it was $5. It's not even almost at the moment. It's not even about the monetary side of it.
Not.
It's about people walking around in Miami, walking around in New York, walking around wherever with a Hammers thing with an Everton badge on it. You can throw kazoo on it. You can make it look as much like that kit as you want. Just bouncing around with Hammers, and people are like, you know, people. But I've done it when I go to America. I've bought t-shirts with like things on, you know, Orlando or whatever, but other things. I've got a New York City top and everything else because they look cool. Some of the t-shirts about Brazil stuff, you know. Zach, you get Zach all kinds of kits, you know. He's made up. He got the new PSG one because my brother-in-law's just come back from Turkey with, you know, the kit, like, and he's made up. He's got his PSG. Yeah. But people will see it and go, "Oh, that kit's lovely. What's that?" And it's got Everton. It's a great chance for people to go Everton.
It's all it is. It's advertising the club. Like you said, monetary wise. What would you rather have? Would you rather have someone walking around with no shirt? Would you rather have someone walking around with a fake shirt, or would you rather have someone at least walking around with an Everton t-shirt on that at least you made a little bit of money from, and it's real, and also you can then judge the numbers. You can judge the market. You can see who wants what. You know. People might. There will be people in America. There'll be South Americans in Colombia and everything who will buy, if they can get hold of it, an Everton kit, an Everton top rather. They'll buy that shirt, whether it be the yellow one because it's like the Colombia colours, but it's Everton with Hammers on. There will be, but there'll be a lot of people that won't be able to afford that and go. But if they can get an Everton t-shirt, maybe it's blue and a yellow. I'm just thinking off the top of my head, similar to the kit with that on Hammers on, then they've got something with them, and it represents us. Or even, and it's an idea that's just popped in my head, and pop's the word, a pop-up shop in like Miami or somewhere. I don't know, the best place wherever people go shopping. Generate, put a pop-up.
Tell the people in that area where it is.
Or say.
And Everton, listen. Everton have done really well. We're just spitballing. We're just throwing. But I think that'd be a good opportunity.
Yeah, or just send a load to the sport. Number one soccer store in Miami or something, or number one soccer store in Upper 90 in New York.
And Bogota.
Yeah, and Bogota. Just send a load of stuff, limited edition, t-shirt, blah, 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 and get it, and let's get some numbers.
And then Everton, just thinking again off the top of my head, Everton could then be like, right, if you get this t-shirt, take a picture of it, where you're from, send it to us and we'll be... And that is continuing to keep the story going. People are, oh, look at me with my Hammers shirt in time.
Or you buy a t-shirt. Yeah, here's one. You buy a t-shirt, right? And you get a picture with it in like New York or Bogota or Miami or somewhere like that. Get a picture with it on some kind of landmark, or even in front of, like, I don't know, not sure if everything's still available, like there, but... Yeah. And you send it to Everton and you hashtag it, and you could be in the competition to win a signed shirt,
something like that,
worldwide. I'm just saying.
There's opportunities. There is lots, isn't there?
Couple of final points. Everton also mentioned that they were preparing in the summer to go to America and South America for friendlies.
Be huge.
So that'd be interesting to see whether that can happen next summer.
Imagine us. The only thing will be, obviously, the Copa Americas next summer. Possibly have Alan, Richarlison and James at the Copa, and Yeremina at the Copa America. But if that's the case, and we're over there anyway, do what Everton didn't do when we went to America that time, and, you know, Tim Howard was around, we just didn't have him even there. Make sure, look at the way it feels, you know, the games are played and all that, and make sure they're at the games at least, and they go on for 10 minutes with the kit on or whatever.
Yeah, so hopefully that happens. Hopefully.
But I think that'd be huge for us to go to America and South America.
But the other thing as well is Everton have now got plans to open a office in America, either in either in Florida, probably Miami, or in Southern California, which is again big because that's something that elite clubs do. I noticed the other day. I think Chelsea have got. Man City already had a dedicated reporter in America, someone who used to work for MLS, to do all the viral stuff and all the rest of it. Chelsea have just employed someone now to do the same. So they've got someone on their Twitter who's on the ground in America, reporting, getting across all through videos and stuff like that. I know Everton have an account in America, but it's I know this is quite American centric and stuff, but it's only got like 6,000 or 7,000, But build on that, get a. Hopefully, this office will open all kinds of opportunities. Going forward, build on that. Get someone on the ground. Get someone who's working with the Everton fan groups over there. And because don't forget, I've got a lot of fans in America, but of course, like anything else over there, they're all spread out. Going over there and playing a game like we saw last time, it helps bring those people together. I think that would be a big thing for Everton. But getting that office in and starting to work with clubs, because Everton have already said that they're working with clubs. They've already worked with Inter Miami in the, we know it was the esports game that Richarlison played in. And I know that mightn't seem like a big thing, but it's there. That's where
it's relationship and conversations, and again, it's about spreading the brand, isn't it? And we've got a global superstar at the forefront of it. He's a fabulous player. We can't wait to see him.
But imagine if we went, let's say next summer, we went and played Miami in their new stadium, and Beckham's there, and Beckham's meeting James, both ex-Real Madrid players as well. Yeah. Imagine how much hype that would create. That'd be phenomenal. So
Carlo, he's gone by then, hasn't he? But he's Beckham.
Well, he was
PSG, didn't he?
He was the Real Madrid manager, and there's all these links.
They're all linked.
All big names.
Munich,
it creates
story, isn't it?
Stories.
Story, but
and then obviously as well, Everton launched they've launched 2 new Twitter accounts, Spanish speaking, Portuguese speaking. There's landing pages as well on the website, which are really important as well. So people can come and speak. They don't have to go through the translation process. And it's also not only that though, but it's not everything. We all have different customs. We all have different ways that we take things in or whatever. So to have those things that are directly towards them will be a big thing as well.
Yeah, huge. We're looking at having to think about some Spanish subtitles or something, but Everton to do it, it's massively important. And people were saying yesterday, when he moves on, people will leave. Well, a lot of people will go with wherever he goes next, but a lot of people will stay as well. And a lot of people will know Everton and talk about Everton, and it's about creating that brand. That's how you get bigger. And like you say, the more moments that he gives us. A lot of Colombian fans have been on and going, he just wants to get fit, he just wants to play and make his impression and be happy and show Zidane that he was wrong and all that. And we're getting a player who, you listen to his interview, he's a winner. The lads, it makes me laugh when you hear people say on particularly clickbait radio shows, he's done nothing since 2014. You're like, he's won Champions Leagues and World Club competitions and 8 league titles and this, that, and he's done a lot. He's done a lot, and he's a Golden Boot winner at the World Cup. He's a fantastic player. Now, if we can keep him fit for the majority of the time, I'm sure he'll be incredible.
And for Colombia as well, if he's playing for Everton, he's playing well and he's fit, then he's playing for Colombia.
Better for Colombia, isn't it? So
just one final thing, just before we go. Everything's been very positive, really, really good. The one thing I'll ask you is, do you think Everton should have given the number 10 shirt and gone all in?
It's a tough one. With the head side of it, with everything and the iconic stuff and all that, says because he's James 10, isn't he? But then again, he wore 11 at 16 at Real Madrid last season. He was 11 at Bayern Munich. So he's James 10 for Colombia, and I think that's what they're identifying with. But what do you do? Gylfi Sigurdsson has been Everton's captain. He was Everton's captain at the weekend in the friendly. He's number 10. That's his number. If Everton knew for a fact he was leaving, then you can take the number off him and go, out with the old name with the new. But Sigurdsson stays around and you took his number off him. You risk causing... I suppose the only thing Everton could have done was said to Gylfi how attached are you to number 10, isn't it?
Maybe he did.
And he might have just been, well, and I just don't think you want to destabilise the thing. And for all we know, Hammers might have been quite happy to take a different number because, like I said, he's had a different number at Bayern. He's had a different number at Real last season. This is his opportunity to be Hammers 19 at Everton. What I will say is, I think next summer Everton will give him it.
Yeah, I think he had. There was a picture going around, wasn't it, showing one of his first clubs. He wore number 19.
Did he?
Yeah, he had number.
And he had 8 as well at Banfield.
He had 19 on his shorts, and I think so. Maybe that's what the base. I think he'll get the Everton number 10 eventually.
I think he'll get it next summer. Because I think Sigurdsson would only have a year left next summer, and I think Everton will be looking to. Yeah. Unless Gylfi might still leave. Who knows if someone come in for him? But I think he will. There'll be a time when Hammers is number 10.
I believe so. There you go. Let us know your thoughts. How Everton have dealt with the signing of James Rodríguez. Have you been surprised? Have you been amazed? Yeah. Have you been impressed? Are you hoping this continues? Are you hoping for more? It's because it's going to push. It's going to push Everton. It's going to push the people who work at Everton. It's going to mean that Everton are going to have to go out. If the people can't handle it, Everton are going to have to go out and find people who can handle it.
What I would say is they've set the bar. That's what I would say. And I know there's plans for other stuff, but they've set the bar. So it's up to them now to continue to reach that level. That's all it comes down to. If those people are good enough, and they've proved over the last few days that the ideas are good, can you stay at that level? That's what the key is.
A lot of it's on him now to perform on the pitch. I mean that definitely. It has to anyway. But let us know your thoughts. And if you are a newly found Everton fan in Colombia or in America or anywhere in South America, let us know your feelings on the club. And what does the club need to do for you in terms of merchandise, in terms of shirts, in terms of understanding the history of Everton Football Club? Let us know your thoughts in the comments on that. Does the club need to almost restart telling you about Everton Football Club from the start? Let us know all that in the comments. Make sure you give this video a like. Subscribe if you haven't already. Lots of you have been subscribing, which is fantastic. We've got a new range of Colombia T-shirts inspired by James Rodríguez as well on our website. The link is in the description. And if you want more videos, exclusive videos, live daily videos, join us on our Patreon as well. The link is in the comments for that, in the description, for that as well. Thanks for watching. See you later.